Let's talk about the individual missions of your pieces. First of all, these 3 pawns. They want to conquer the center. More specifically, this pawn is going to advance to d4. In an ideal world, you want to play e4 next to take over the entire center. But most times they will go d5, making e4 a bad move. But you can play c4, the queen's gambit. You're attacking the center and they have 2 options. Most people decide to defend this pawn. But some people decide to take. Awesome. Now you can go e4. Congratulations. The center is now your private property. Black has literally 0 development and you're going to win this pawn back, but in lower elo, you will 100% encounter goofballs who try to defend the pawn. In that case, rejoice, you're going to win this. Go here, attacking the defense. Now they will likely push this or this pawn to defend it again. Either way, you will take their pawn. Let's say they go here. Now you take and they can't recapture unless they want to lose their rook. It's just bad. Let's say they pushed the other pawn, you take again. Now you can develop your knight to c3. Sometimes they accidentally go here. Remember that you can capture this pawn because their pawn is practically pinned. But even if they don't make a mistake, they will have the lifelong struggle of defending this useless pawn. Meanwhile you just develop your pieces, not even thinking about the pawn. Let's talk about the rest of your pieces. But let's go back to this position because most people actually don't take your pawn. They defend it. If they defend it with a knight, simply capture, they recapture and boom, you have achieved unmatched superiority. Most commonly though, people will play e6 to defend the pawn. You've entered the queen's gambit declined. There are a bunch of different variations, but I promise I've packaged it in very simple missions for you. Put your knight on c3, always. You're adding additional pressure to the d5 pawn. Now your bishop, it wants to go here or here. Ideally, you wait for your opponent to play knight f6 and you can develop the bishop by pinning the knight, the e pawn. The pawn is waiting for your bishop to be played so you can go e3 without getting stuck. So let's say they develop the bishop to unpin the knight, you can push e3. If they attack your bishop at any point, drop it back. Try to keep it. They'll likely castle now. The other bishop, it wants to go to d3 or c4. But if you played e3 right now and they capture your pawn, you have to move it again, wasting a tempo. So for now just leave it here in case they capture on c4, then you can take the pawn. Move on to your knight. Your knight wants to go here, nothing special. Now the most likely move is knight b7. But the exact move is not relevant, just play by the rules that I'm giving you. We will summarize the missions in a moment. So the bishop is still waiting in case they capture on c4. For a waiting move, put your queen on c2. If you ever put your bishop on d3, you'll have a cool double attack. Also your queen is directly pointing at c7, a potentially weak square in the future. You will often see this move because black wants to make room for the bishop. Your bishop is still waiting and you're running out of moves to make. But in this scenario, you have green light to just take on d5. They take back and if they develop their bishop to b7 now, it will just be stuck again. Meanwhile your bishop can finally go to d3, which is an amazing spot, especially compared to this. Finally the last thing, your castle. After this we will look at an example game. If you're high rated, you castle king side. If you're low elo, castling queen side is actually much more straightforward and simple to play.